In Egypt, where the desert sun is fierce, people used to tell their children of the sun god Atum-Re, and how he forced himself up from Nun, the deep, dark waters of the very beginning, his head round as the egg of the scarab beetle. Atum-Re was very strong and set about all by himself to make the world. The world began to swarm with moving things. But the world must be much bigger than this. So he breathed out the god of air, Shu, and Shu's wife, Tefnut, the goddess of rain. Then came the earth, Geb, and the sky, Nut. Atum felt the world grow and was very pleased. I want to see all that I have made. And out of his wish was formed the I, who had many names. Ah, he said, as the new world glowed in light. The eye of the sun. The eye had many faces. The first was a gentle goddess named Hathor. When she looked around and saw that the world was lonely, she cried, and people were formed from her tears. Soon there were people all over. Gods and people lived in the world together, with Atum-Re as the ruler of all. As the world grew larger, it was not easy for Atum-Re to see all from his hill. More and more, he relied on the eye to help him. Fly beyond those distant mountains, he told it, setting the eye in the head of a soaring hawk. Go to the fellows squabbling in that field and tell them that I am not pleased, he directed, setting it in the head of the dangerous lioness, Sekhmet. Or when he was really angry, Atum-Re sent the eye as an asp, spitting fire and poison. Atum-Re ruled for a long time and began to grow tired. Atum-Re is old now, the people said.
His bones are like silver.
And his skin like gold.
His hair like the blue of lapis lazuli.
We need a new ruler. Word of the plotting came to Atum-Re's ears, and he was angry. How shall I punish them? He asked the council of the gods. A voice came from the waters of Nun.
The people run in terror when your eye goes against them. Send your eye as Sekhmet the lioness. None is better for this task than she.
Atum-Re agreed and sent the eye out as Sekhmet the lioness, the angry avenger. Soon she returned.
I have done as you bid me. Most of the people are already slain, and tomorrow I will destroy the rest with the greatest pleasure.
For the first time in the world, there were the living and the dead. And Re was sad. Do not slay anymore. That lesson was enough. But Sekhmet would not be stopped.
Tomorrow I will slay the others.
And she laid down to rest. I will try to save mankind, Atum-Re said, sending messengers to run and bring him barley. Others were rushed to bring red ochre. Grind the barley into sweet nectar. We must fill 1,000 jugs in a moment's time. Then Atum-Re added red ochre to each vast jug, coloring the nectar to the blood of mankind. Flood the fields with this nectar. When Sekhmet returns to the fields, she will taste the nectar and fall asleep. At dawn, Sekhmet went to the fields. She drank the nectar, thirstily lapping up all she could, until she fell asleep on the field. When at last Sekhmet awoke, she saw Atum-Re's face, and she felt ashamed.
I shall run and hide, for I am not worthy.
And so she did. Now, as in the beginning, there was darkness. Though it was cool, the darkness made everyone sad. Even Atum Re had no way to see. "Oh, great Atum Re," the gods urged, "make another eye to replace her." At last, Atum Re agreed. The new eye, Thoth, was wise and quiet, not at all like the one who had gone. But try as he might, the best he could do was light the nighttime. There was still no day. "We must find Sekhmet and bring her back. We cannot have night forever." So Shu and Thoth were sent as messengers, with Thoth lighting the way. They wandered all over, and no sign was there of the eye. Then, at long last, in faraway Nubia, they saw a glow in the eastern mountains. Rushing, they climbed to the top, and the glow grew even stronger. There, huddled in a pool of tears, sat the eye. So many tears had she wept that they formed a stream that flowed swiftly down the mountains toward Egypt, flooding the land as it rushed. Wise Thoth spoke softly of how Atum Re longed for her return, and she agreed to go with them. What rejoicing there was at the great palace when the eye returned, with music and dancing and merriment. What joy to have sunlight! She was happy with such a welcome from everyone, especially from Atum Re. "We were lost without you." Then he spoke to Thoth. "And thank you, Thoth, for being my other eye during the long darkness."
Your other eye? You mean that he, Thoth, took my place? Now you'll see how angry I can be.
Taking the form of the vicious asp, she whirled around and with her flaming breath scorched everyone in sight. "Enough!" roared Atum Re in a thunderous voice no one had ever heard before. "You cannot be trusted to dwell with people. I shall take you far away, high into the sky." And he placed the fierce eye on top of his hawk headdress. Atum Re called Nut, the sky goddess, who took the form of a cow, and mounted her back. "Rise!" The eye had no chance to protest, but only held tightly to her place as they swooped upward. "You will always be with me now. Half the day we will spend crossing the sky over the land of the living. Each night we will cross the western mountain, and you will light the world of the dead you created." Atum Re's voice boomed out to Thoth. "Light the sky when we are gone, and keep watch over the seas." And so it has been ever since. Each year, the eye of the sun goes very close to those mountains and melts the snows that rush in torrents toward Egypt. And sometimes still, she comes far too close, and her harsh breath scorches the desert. But from the flooding waters and the heated earth, food comes to the people of Egypt.